like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay.
Alright, hello and welcome to the SideCats podcast, episode number 8. I think it's episode number 8. I always forget to look.
Wow, really? Already?
It should be episode 9, but we took a week off last week. Start of school and such, so we figured we'll come back better than ever. New day. Saturday's
new
now.
Games.
New games, new day. Same old podcast.
Good bang.
I'm your host, as usual, Jake. Thank you for joining. Joining me today is my lovely co-host, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for calling me lovely, by the way.
So it's been 2 weeks, or
Just
technically
a
2 weeks,
Technically.
since whatever you want to call it, since our last episode. A few things to note. If you're enjoying the podcasts, if you're enjoying this podcast, you should subscribe. You should tell your friends. It helps us out. We're doing this for some fun, some laughs, some gaffs, some goofs and giggles.
Yes.
So no, just share it. It's all good fun. So
What's on the agenda?
I think that's about it. Today I'll brief you on what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some games we've been playing, anime Dark Souls, some Battlegrounds, Premiere Pro issues, and our game club, which is a brand new segment for the week. This week we'll be talking about the indie game called Inside. So We'll start off from the top. What have you been playing, Brandon?
Destiny 2. A whole lot of Destiny 2.
So that came out on Wednesday, correct? The 6th? Is that the 6th?
6th. Yes. Yeah. Came out at midnight. And boy, did I get no sleep that night.
So what are your thoughts on it so far?
Amazing. Well, I also loved the first one, though. So, just my thoughts on it are just like they fixed the orbit. You don't go into orbit anymore. There's just a fast travel sequence now. You can go into orbit if you really want to. The option's there. I just don't see why you want to. There's a new functionality for raids and Nightfall. It's currently in beta now, but it helps you find a team. Because in the first one, they didn't have matchmaking for it.
Right.
And I didn't have anyone that played. And all my friends kind of hated the game or just really didn't get into it. And so yeah, there's matchmaking for that now. It'll just place you in a group of people that just need like another person or two.
It's pretty convenient.
Yeah, it's so convenient compared to the first one. I just felt like I never got to fully play it. In this one, I feel like I'm gonna. So. Does
it feel like any different, or does it just feel like Destiny 1.5 almost, or like an expansion? Or do you feel like it's a whole new game?
No, it's not a whole new game. It's the first one, which I'm completely fine with. Like it's literally like if you played the first one and the second one, you wouldn't feel a difference at all. It'd be the same thing, just completely new guns, which is what people wanted. They didn't want them to change the game,
right.
To just make more stuff, and I feel like that's just what this is. They new planets to look at. In December they're coming out with the first DLC, which is going to add a whole nother planet with a whole nother hub world.
Oh, December?
Yeah.
How much stuff can you do from now till December? Like, can you
a lot
max out rather quickly?
I'm already at 240 light, and the cap I believe is 300. I've seen people have equipment up to 280. I don't know if that's the cap or not. But I'm just gonna guess 300, or if there isn't a cap yet, I don't know. There's definitely a cap though. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, you get up there pretty quickly. But since it's new, I guess people still have a lot to do.
Right.
And they added lost sectors within the worlds that you go through and beat enemies in. So, and there's a lot of those. Like if you were to look at the map, all right, I'm playing currently because I'm trying to get my time in, and as I look at this map right now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lost sectors in this one world, and then 7 region crates that you
Right.
can go find, and you have to beat a boss for them. So there is a pretty good amount of stuff to do, and this is only one world. Like that's usually
Yeah.
the same thing or more on others. Like on the new Earth hub, it's like the biggest hub world they've ever made, and rightfully so. Like it takes like 20 minutes to drive around the whole thing.
Do you feel like you'll be playing this game for years or a year or months?
It'll as long as they keep putting out content, I'm gonna keep playing.
Now, did you get the season pass already or?
Yeah, no, I bought the digital deluxe.
Okay. So
I
what was
have
that?
all the-
80 or 100?
It was 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
But-
And I also have it on PC because I know some people that play it on.
Overall, you think it's good though?
Yeah, love it. If you like the first one,
You're gonna like
but
this
you
one.
didn't feel like like if you like the first one, yeah, you're totally gonna like this one. You're gonna like it even more because you can actually play it if you didn't have people to play with before.
That's good.
That's just mine. Like I like this game so much more now just because of that. But yeah, and new supers, new abilities.
Right.
So this is a lot of new stuff a lot of new stuff to do.
I never could really get into it. There's just something about the way it plays, just not something I enjoy. I don't know what it is. Just the gameplay itself I wasn't a big fan of. I like if you want to call it a MMORPG or whatever you want to call it, like World of Warcraft or whatever you want to call it. I like those. I've played plenty, but I don't know, something about this just didn't stick for me. But I mean, I really understand and see why people like it. I just wish I could get into it. Just not for me. And at the moment, I really don't need any other games.
Yeah,
My catalog is off the wall. Are you playing anything else other than that? Really?
Catalog. Read us off your catalog.
Well, I have coming up at least this month. I'm getting FIFA 18 and Cuphead are both coming out.
Yeah.
But games I want to still beat and stuff. I'm still playing Overwatch. Season 7.
Yeah, something.
I'm trying to perfect Unravel, the indie game. Hydro Thunder, the old 360 game, is on Games with Gold this month. Which, if you haven't played that, I highly recommend. That's a really fun racing game. The NBA 2K18 Prelude is out right now. So I'm gonna bang through that. That should only take like a day or something.
And that's My Career, right?
It's like, yeah, it's My Career, whatever you want to call it. Then I have
I was an idiot.
Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I want to beat before whenever the next one comes out next year.
Yeah, no.
So I have plenty of time to do that, but you just got to start doing it at some point.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
I'm already ahead of that.
I want
Like
to.
the unnecessary side ones now.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of them. Just 1 and 2, just to be like refreshed by the time the new one comes out.
Right.
Then I want to do Battlefront 1 and 2. I don't want to like beat them or perfect them or whatever. I just kind of want to play them just to play them before the new one comes out. Which I think I'm pretty excited for the new one.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
I just really enjoy space battles. That's all I can like. I can do space battles and just fly all day long.
Yeah.
That's really all I need from the game. So yeah, I have a lot to kind of finish before we get hit with the next wave of stuff coming out this year. I'm trying to look at what else I have. Call of Duty's coming out still. SNES Classic I'm getting in October. Mario Odyssey. And then next year starts with Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh yeah, that's coming out for PC as well. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting it on. Are you gonna get it?
Maybe. Is it co-op?
No.
Nah,
It'd be kind of cool if it was, but no, just single player only. As far as I know, as far as I believe.
we played the first one. It was alright. I don't think I'm gonna get the second one.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I watched all of the first one a lot. I'm sure. I think we've already talked about this, but yeah. So the list is always growing, always shrinking. There's always games to play, but I don't need. I was thinking about getting Destiny, but it's just there's enough to play right now. Battlegrounds is still taking up a lot of my time.
Oh yeah, Battleground.
We got Day of Infamy, a PC shooter, World War II kind of
Yeah, I'll
game.
got you into that.
It's pretty fun. I mean, it's kind of fun to mess around in. It's not too serious of a game, so
Yeah,
it's kind
no,
of
people
relaxing.
could try to make it serious, but no
I
way.
mean, yeah, if you want to, you could like take it seriously. That's like that in itself would be fun,
I think
but
he tried to play it serious.
which is kind of fun. I mean, I don't mind. I like sitting in the back with the sniper, taking people out. But
Yeah, if
yeah,
you ever take people out.
I've been doing okay with it recently. Me and you haven't played in a couple of days, but I played with Austin recently. I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, I've just been on this the whole entire time. I haven't gotten
Um,
off my Xbox in the past like 3 days.
yeah,
I went from never using it to always using
yeah.
it.
I try to use my Xbox pretty regularly still. I still just like playing Overwatch.
Yeah, it was just I'm not really into it anymore. I don't know why. I feel like if I played again, I might. Like if
I
had
can't
to play
stop
this
playing
season.
it. It's just too, and like once you start getting those competitive wins, it's too addicting. Solo queuing has done me so well this season.
Yeah,
It's
it never worked for me.
it's
So I
amazing.
stopped.
If I just can get Zarya or Reinhardt before anyone else, it's gonna be a good game most of the time. But also coming into next year, there was some gameplay I saw, I believe, from IGN of Code Vein, a Bandai Namco game. Very, 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 very Dark Souls-esque. That's what I hear. That's the trigger word now. If something's hard or difficult,
That's
it's
been the
compared to,
code word.
yeah, it gets compared to Dark Souls. This is the side scroller of Dark Souls, Crash Bandicoot, blah blah blah. This game literally just looks like Dark Souls.
But anime.
Yeah, it's got like an anime spin on it almost. I saw, I'm pretty sure it was IGN put out some gameplay, like 15 minutes. You could see the HUD, you could see kind of the world you're going to be exploring, how the fight handles and whatnot.
Does it look like it handles well?
I think it could be pretty good. I'm not the biggest Dark Souls fan. I kind of like playing games that aren't gonna like make me want to throw my controller out the window. But if this game can like stay
You
within,
know I like.
yeah, I know you love it. I know you love it. But if it can stay within like a region of where I can kind of just go through it and not have to worry about fighting over and over and over again, I might pick it up. I don't know yet. It's still early. It comes out sometime next year, maybe in the summer, I believe,
Yeah, something.
or
like that.
fall. I don't know. But it looks interesting. There's abilities you can get. You have an AI companions, like some dude follows you around. Yeah, I don't know. It just reminds me a lot of Dark Souls, and everyone's gonna make that comparison, which is a good thing, I think.
Yeah,
What was you played? How many of the Dark Souls did you play? You played Bloodborne as well.
I played Bloodborne. Ugh, I hate saying. Like, I just can't pronounce it most of the time.
It's a
Bloodborne.
weird word to say.
I played a lot of that. Me and my cousin down the beach, we basically almost knocked it completely out. And I played all of Dark Souls 3 a multitude of times. I didn't really touch any of the other ones. Like, I played Dark Souls 1, but it doesn't play the same, really.
Yeah,
And I was so used to 3 that moving over to that, like, just threw me off.
I can see
And
where
I
that would be
couldn't
like a
do-
problem.
Yeah, and, like, it was just so, like... Everything on Dark Souls 3 is, like, so, like, pristine and, like, right on. Like, you
Right.
know, like 1-to-1 almost. Sometimes. Sometimes it does get a little ragdoll-y. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Very flimsy fighter. But yeah, you're moving into that back to like a undeveloped, really just game where like your guy just throws himself around and isn't really reliable or whatever. Yeah, it was much more difficult, and I couldn't really do it.
I think this game has potential to be a very good game.
Yeah.
As I said, it's still early, so we don't know
Yeah, no.
how things could
You'll
change
never
in
know.
development. But I don't know. We'll
Destiny 2
see.
could have flopped.
Yeah, I can't say I'm not excited for it. There's a lot of games coming out next year. It's unreal. Metro Exodus comes out, which looks amazing. Sea of Thieves still has yet to come out. Red Dead 2. Anthem looks pretty good from what
Yeah.
we've seen.
It looks
A
good,
new
but I hope
Jurassic
it
World
doesn't.
game.
I hope it doesn't like Division on us.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't copy the Division or Destiny, and I hope it kind of finds its ground and sticks to its guns. I think it could be cool. It's kind of entering a crowded market at the moment, but
I feel like it has enough diversity from whatever is out that it can probably take off.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 is gonna be amazing. Probably.
Yeah, it definitely is. People are pre-ordering it now, and it doesn't even have a release date yet.
Rockstar's killing it, man. As they always do, but GTA 6 isn't too far. They still make bread off of GTA 5.
Because they keep putting stuff into it. Like that's what I'm saying with like Destiny right now. I'm like, if you keep adding stuff, I'm gonna keep.
Well, Destiny updates they're not usually free though. GTA has no DLC other than the microtransactions. Everything is free, except for if you want to buy money in game.
Yeah, that's true. Like this game, they would probably. I wouldn't have to for a little while since I have the expansion pass, but people that didn't, they would probably have to spend.
Yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't buy the expansion pass on the day it came out. Like, because it's if you pre-ordered it and bought it at like a GameStop or something, like I'm talking about the expansion pass right now, you would have saved $40. Like it only costs $35 off of the original like $75 I think it costs for both. For both DLCs or whatever. Not both. There's definitely more than 2 in that, but
I hope so.
Yeah.
I remember when Call of Duty, like specifically Modern Warfare 2, only had 2 DLCs. There was like Map Pack 1 and Map Pack 2, and that was it. And still, that was like, oh my god, they added 4 more maps. Can you believe it?
And you're like, yeah, so cool.
So many hours into that game.
Modern Warfare 2 is definitely my most like favorite.
Why can't they just remaster that or bring that back or back?
Because they don't like good things. They keep wanting to put out trash.
World War 2
is Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 was garbage. I think this is a little better than that. Battlefield 1 is not a good game. I'm sorry.
It is a good game. Its load times are ridiculous and
it's horrible.
Like that's the only thing I could say that was bad about it though.
It's shocking.
Like playing it. I like playing it.
You load into it, it takes 5 to 10 minutes alone. Then you load in. Then it's just horrible from that point on. It's like I just spent 15 minutes loading this garbage, and it's just.
Unless you're playing an operation, you'll be in a game for like hours.
Ugh, I hated that game. It was just like there was just so much wrong with it. I'm not getting into that right now. That game's in the past. Make Battlefield 5 already, please. I'll buy that in an instant. Battlefield 4 was so good. Battlefield 4 was amazing.
Yeah, you could actually load into a game at a decent rate.
There was just so much to do. Whatever.
Yeah. A lot of customization. In this one, they kind of knocked it back.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Moving on. Talking about anime Dark Souls. This is like a personal plug, but all of our Battlegrounds game we play, I keep Xbox game tab just running. So anytime something funny happens, I just record that. And I've been compiling to some videos all of our funny moments. If you care to watch that. The first one's already up. The second one, I don't know when that should be finished. So hopefully next week it should be finished. That's just a personal plug.
They're great.
I keep getting delayed because every time I am editing on Premiere, it crashes on me. It's so specific how it crashes. Anytime I try to import something, it just crashes. I always forget to save right before. It's so frustrating.
That should become just a reoccurring thing to you. Just save.
I should be used to it. It happens to me all the time.
And how long have you been using it?
Years. I get into a groove of just editing and banging out little clips by clips, and I just forget to save. It's so frustrating. Anyway, that's a little Battlegrounds plug. Moving on, we're running down about 10 or so minutes left. Move on to our segment of Game Club. It's like a book club, but with games, because they're more important in life.
Yeah, than books.
Today we're going to be talking about Inside, made by Playdead Studios. This was a 2016 release, if I believe.
A little late on reading it, but it's okay. It was a good game.
I think it came out in 2016.
Yeah, either that or like early. Like it had to.
I can't remember.
It was around the September last.
Regardless, it is the second game from Playdead Studios. First one was the infamous Limbo, which was another great game. But today we're talking about Inside specifically. You finished it, right?
I did finish it.
We both finished it. You did the alternate ending as well.
Yeah, got
So,
all those.
Spoiler: if you haven't played Inside yet, you should do that. Let's start off with, what did you think? Did you play Limbo at all?
I played the free trial of it, and it gave me like the first part where you had to run away from that spider creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that part of it. Everything else is unknown to me because I didn't play it.
When you played Inside for the first time, did you feel like you were playing Limbo at all?
No,
Did
it
you feel
felt
like
different.
it felt different to you?
Yeah, it has a whole different atmosphere, obviously, because
Yeah.
one's just complete darkness happening, and this one is colored, and it feels more open because it is, because they actually developed like a background, and in some places you can run back and forth, like it's not just a side scroller, which it is a side scroller, but it doesn't always feel like a side scroller.
Yeah.
Which
It's got some elements of 3D in it, which is I think which is done really well for a primarily 2D side scroller. I think comparing it, I finished Limbo. I completed that 100%, and got the secret ending as well. I feel like Inside was the perfect follow-up to Limbo.
Perfect predecessor?
Yeah, perfect predecessor. I think this was knocked out of the park on Playdead's side, and I loved Limbo. I thought Limbo was a concise game. It came in with the idea of, this is going to be a side-scroller, no dialogue, no story, but when you finish the game, you have created your own kind of story, own plot, and at the end, you will have developed your own theories to kind of think about it and kind of lead to that discussion of, when you talk to someone, did you play this? What do you think of the ending? This and that. I think Inside, I think Inside did that times 2. Inside is basically how I perceived it. You're in almost like the world's biggest jail, and you're going through almost like little challenges and little quests to escape a specific part of the jail to eventually get out. It's almost like, maybe not a jail, but like a laboratory almost.
Yeah, like a lab, the testing on people, which is weird. Like I don't like, people try to make it like we're being controlled by like technology or something today, like something like whatever. And I could see why they would think that, but at the same time, like I don't know, like that it's such a weird concept that they put into that, and it was really cool how you could control people and stuff.
How do you think the ending of Inside played into the rest of it? Like, if you had to look at it from a narrative standpoint, like, what is this trying to say? How do you think the ending tied into the rest?
I have no fucking idea.
For those who haven't played, the ending of Inside, you are
a big meatball.
Yeah, like you're sucked into some like creation of people that have been smushed into a ball, and you're like, you're controlling this human ball thing.
Yeah, you're
running through the laboratory, just like destroying everything, and at the end you just roll off a cliff and you're just sitting there.
Yeah, you
And that's
just
just
sit on
it.
like the edge of a lake, and that's it. It just fades to black, gives you credits.
I think if I had to like create a story for myself, I think it's what you were saying. People are kind of you're kind of going through and seeing how people are controlled and like always relying on maybe like technology or something, and the end is everyone's like grouped together, and it's kind of like a slap in the face to you, the player, how you're trying to perceive everyone's like being controlled by this or that, and in the end, you're just all kind of like a part of the problem.
Yeah,
Like everyone's just
everyone's at fault.
yeah, everyone's like everyone's the same, everyone's on the same level, everyone's at fault, and it's kind of like I don't know what no one knows what the developers like specifically wanted you to think about the story. That's why there's no dialogue, no text or whatever, or you would know. Now it's just like create your own story.
Yeah,
and
that's what they wanted to leave you with.
Perceive it as you will. Before I finished the game, I knew the ending was like gonna be really weird. Like that, I didn't see what it was, but it had gotten spoiled for me that it was like really just out of the park and just bizarre.
Yeah, it was fucking.
The the ending to Limbo is pretty mundane in comparison to Inside. Limbo, you're just going through this like dark, like cave kind of area, and at the end you jump through like a glass panel, and you meet this like girl, and that's just it. So
That's
people
just
have,
the end?
yeah, that's just the end. Like you jump through this panel, and there's a girl there, and it's over. People have perceived that as like you are going through all these what's the word, like trials and whatnot to maybe like maintain this relationship, and like have to jump through hoops and ladders and whatnot just to
impress a girl or
yeah, whatever it happens to be. And at the end you're just kind of jumping through a glass into reality. It's just like,
do you get hurt from jumping through the glass?
No, it's just literally like once you
and
jump, you don't have control anymore, and you like I think it's like you wake up and you're just like sitting there,
okay.
and that's it. I'm pretty sure like the last thing you hit is just jump, and you jump through, and it's just over from there.
Are you like running away from something? at that point?
I think so. I think you're being chased or something. I can't remember specifically.
You're always running from something.
Yeah.
Like
From a
I played like 2 minutes of it.
from a
all I did.
gameplay perspective, I think Limbo was more how do you say it? Like you had to be more precise with like jumps and timing and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
Whereas Inside it was more like puzzle solving. It's like if I move, for instance, there's an elevator sequence where you have to go down all the way and put people on the elevator and bring them all the way up and move them to another part just to complete these little puzzles, and you move on forward. Where there are parts where it's like you're literally fearing for your life, where you could be at the very beginning you could be shot by the people on the truck, or you're chased by dogs. Yeah, I think
That part, yeah, you have to keep switching back over.
some of the parts are hard. Yeah, but I think they've already announced they're working on another game. I think it's like a you're like an astronaut. It's like you're on the moon or something, which I'm really excited for.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know when that's supposed to be coming out, but I feel like they've proven themselves enough to me, Playdead Studios, that is, over just 2 games, that anything they make here moving on, I'm going to buy.
Really? You're gonna get everything.
I don't know how many more they have in store after this next one coming, but I'm a big fan of them. And I was a big fan of Limbo just as itself. Then Inside came out, and I think that was even better than Limbo. But I can't recommend getting Inside enough. Achievements aren't hard. I think you get most everything just from playing the game, then you have to go back if you get some unlockables that you may have missed.
Yeah, just some of those little extra bits.
I think that's about it, though. I've already been
Yeah.
going for half an hour. Any final thoughts on Inside or Destiny or anything else here?
Nah. I don't like it's a good game. I enjoyed it. It's not long.
No, it's really not long. It's definitely an easy pickup, and you'll be done in a day or two or a weekend or something like that.
Is it still 20?
I think there's a bundle for Limbo and Inside for I think $10 or $20, which is honestly a steal.
Yeah, no, that's really good. But yeah, it won't take you long.
No, they're definitely two games that I would recommend to anybody. That's about it, though. That is the conclusion of your Game Club and the conclusion of episode 8. If you have any recommendations for Game Club, leave them down below, or we'll just pick some games at random. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
I want to thank our sponsors before we do go. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. Their tagline is evasively cheesy. And I want to I also want to thank our other sponsor, Kingdom Hearts 1. Yes, Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah. What is the password to get the...
If you want a discount code for mac and cheese and Kingdom Hearts 1, you can use Simple and Cheesy.
Simple and cheesy.
Simple and Cheesy for a whopping 5% off. Whatever.
We get the worst fucking deals.
It's just the beginning. Just
Yeah.
the beginning.
I'll let you know that by now that we're amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's about it we have. That's about all we have for this week. Thank you, Brandon, for joining me.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
That's all we have. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.